Alright, well, I'm going to continue mulching, I guess. Just for entertainment's sake.
I mean, if you want to run the buffalo, I can let you.
No, this is all good. Don't want to press my luck too hard here. And let me tell you how much I don't want to run the buffalo. No, I'm good, sir.
I think it's pretty cool.
It actually works pretty well.
The tracks and stuff look good on it.
I like the mulcher.
Is that the only thing you like out of the in-game stuff?
That's literally the only thing. I think everything else is just not interesting at all. Not even a teeny weeny bit. Because it's all the same shit from the last game. It's nothing new. It's all just... Except for, like, the Cobra, but, I mean... Not that new. I mean, come on. I was hoping they'd put an excavator of any kind. Just one excavator. Just to say they did.
Yeah, because they've never done that.
No. No. That's so weird.
I mean, I was looking at some of the in-game vehicles just to see what they were. And, I mean, the front loaders are... That's, like... To me, those front loaders look new.
What's that? Which ones
They are,
those?
but they're garbage. They turn up the class.
Well, I'm not even talking about the class. I'm talking about the vehicles before the class.
Oh.
I have no idea. I haven't looked at anything. Just forestry.
Burden's having a whale of a time just driving around.
Yeah. This is basically Farming Simulator 22 for me right now. This is all I want to do. This is the new life right here. This is how you get it done. What's that?
I said I hate the banana grapples when you go to grab something and then your grapple turns upside down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some work to be done here, that's for sure. But this is just kind of a little stress test. I wanted to demo it and see what kind of abuse we can give the server. Operating wise, it's running pretty good. How's the lag and stuff?
Fine.
It's not like...
Mine is because of the 40s.
Oh, that's pretty good. Just keep cutting those trees. I want to see how many piles we can get down before it starts. I mean, we got quite a few down right now for it to be alright, I guess. Sort of, something like.
Especially for how many people's in here.
Yeah.
Real question would be, can you make a deck with it? You know, like, put all the piles right along the road.
Yeah, that would...
All of them together.
Yeah, why don't you do that with the forwarders? Go offload them in little decks.
And then watch the entire game light on fire.
Good God, that's a long sinking. Why? Why though?
Right.
Before we had any trees cut, it was actually really fast.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh man. I hope that's not a new norm. It's like, just give us 25 minutes.
I thought it was supposed to, like, I thought it was supposed to, like, preload. Like, and then, like, sync for, like, a second at the end.
What? No. Who sold you on that idea?
Longest sync I ever had was on Yukon Valley. I had like 8 people on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a 16x map with mining and forestry, and oh man, we had like this whole production going. And,
that'll do.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody joined in at the thing. I don't know. I think I went and had lunch and came back and it was ready.
Well, it's a lot of active physics going. It seems to be not too terrible at the moment. But keep cutting those trees down. That's the plan. Somebody else can have the mulcher if they want it.
I'm gonna make a pile of these tops.
Bro, these trees are heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Extremely.
With the truck moving, does that cause any horrible lag?
Not for me.
Okay.
I don't know about anybody else, but...
I hate the steering on these trucks. It's kind of weird. Well, the mouse and keyboard anyway, compared to the last one. Feels like there's just a lot of, like, drag or something, like when you do a turn.
Wait till it starts sliding like you're on ice.
Yeah.
You're going like
it will,
30
don't
miles an hour.
worry.
If you go over 30 and you make a turn, it's like you're on ice.
Just
Like it
slamming
takes
the locking
forever.
strap on and off, does that cause any lag?
Nope.
I'm not getting any.
Okay.
So where you want to start making a pile out there?
Oh, wherever. Just unload them wherever you feel comfortable, and we'll just
Probably
see
sit
how
on
much
the
we can
right
pile
side
up
of
before the
the
game crashes. My frame rate's still holding pretty decently.
Yeah, I see they still didn't fix the 60 cap.
Yeah, hey.
I think it's hard to drive with a steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that. I mean, with how many trees we got down, that's pretty promising, I think.
Yeah, for Clemson.
But that's what we want to do. I just want to kind of like extreme it out here and see what we get to. Just keep.
I don't like how you
running.
can adjust the height though on the mulcher head.
Yeah, like manually. I mean, you have to hit V to
Yeah.
the way up and down. I do like that mulcher though. That's probably the only in-game thing that I would keep while playing with mods. That and, well, I don't know about the trucks. I'm probably gonna have to do a modded version of the Mac or something.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, because I'm not too huge of a fan of the gutlessness of them.
Lift kit 6x6, $1,000.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hells yes.
The man truck that's in here, the little, I think it's 4x6, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
It works perfect.
Huh.
It works just like it did in 19, but
Really?
just the Macs are garbage.
Weird, eh? Do enough to
Yeah,
use it?
this game's got so many glitches. Like even the bales and stuff. If you make the bigger bales, it like clips through the baler, and then when you go to dump the baler, it catches on the tailgate.
Have you
Oh.
played with the silage yet?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Is it better
if
or
you
worse?
Put down,
Finally. Good lord.
if you put down the small silo or the medium one, and you fill them plumb full with like 1 million to 5 million liters,
Yeah.
only sold like maybe, I would say 300,000 liters, if that,
Oh, jeez.
out of like 1 million, and then the rest was glitched and it turned it into chaff.
That's
So-
awesome. It's like, that's what you get.
I don't think I had any
I had-
issues with mine, but
Oh, sweet, I can borrow money. Give me all the money. Make me rich again. I don't care. Give me unlimited debt.
Oh,
See if I
no.
care. It's debt simulator.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's going faster on this one.
This is literally now a fresh game. Like, I just lost all my game saves and everything.
Oh yeah, is it just delete them or what?
I literally just had to uninstall and reinstall.
Oh, weird. I'm just gonna see how much money it'll let me borrow. It seems to be giving me quite a bit. Oh, that's it. We maxed her out. That's good. Now I can buy some more machines. I can really push it to the limit here.
oh,
Oh, and only cuts big little trees. So let's go. Okay, I bought 2 more processors and another. Let's get that forwarder. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy more trees too, just because we like to push the frickin' limit, son. Trees. I just really want to put as many trees down and just like, I want to break this game, basically, is my goal. Just lock you guys in tree line here. Okay, then we're gonna go tell our machines to come drive up here.
I think that right there was a great addition, though. That
Yeah,
AR.
I really like that. That's really cool. especially if I like for logging. If I could tell it to drive up. See, but how does it know? How does it know to drive up there? Like, what does it use? Is it just like avoid objects basically and drive?
Yeah, it's probably got something to
Oh,
like
you're
in
double-
auto drive.
Your double
I think
voice
it's
is
got
on
like
again.
I think it's got like a path that they routed through the map with all the roads in it, and
Oh, I
it pretty
see.
much just puts because if you look at it, it sets like the coordinates, like
Is
at the
that better?
bottom of it when you put it
Yeah.
in. So I feel like the map has like just a coordinate system in it,
Oh, I see.
and wherever you click it, use it. That's what I'm figuring.
It's probably right.
But if so, that is great for for them to be able to do that. You can also make AI take your loads to the sawmills and stuff now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's actually sweet, because then you don't have to drive it back. You can just be like, duh.
Bring me
And
my
also,
truck.
Yeah,
from
and
what
then you
I've
could
heard
have a
from-
loader come park next to you. Like, you could just sit in a pile with your loader and wait for it to come back.
Yep,
Or have
you can
multiple
put it
trucks on like a
looping.
loop.
Yeah. You can
Do
put
they
them
know
on
to
looping
sell?
and-
No, probably not, eh?
Yeah.
Like
They'll
wood?
take grain and everything. Yep.
Huh.
They'll take grain and everything and sell it.
Trippy. Alright, well, that's cool.
Same thing as horseplay, I think.
Yeah, they kind of combine course play and auto drive into the game.
Oh, I see.
The workers are so stupid still.
Yeah.
I just went and took over one of the Komatsu's coming, and he was just rammed up against a parked car, just spinning.
That sounds about right.
You spin me.
Well, at least the
right
tops
round.
doesn't cause like a whole lot of issue like they did on that too.
The what?
The tops, like the little bitty giblets that come off.
Why, what about them?
I said at least they don't cause a bunch of issues like they did in the last one. When you put them in a pile, they don't just roll around everywhere. They
Yeah.
actually settle like the logs do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see here what the... See, the physics are like identical, so that's why I'm wondering. I don't think it's going to be a whole new world or anything. Oops.
You know, there was a mod for in the last game. It was anti-roll bale mod or whatever it's called,
Oh, okay.
and it made it so the bales couldn't roll. And I was just wondering if there was like something that could be done to that with the logs, so they didn't just roll all over the place.
Yeah, there's
I think-
rolling friction, but it's based on just whatever the editor will allow. Basically, there's not a huge...
Yeah,
Not a huge
the
difference.
bales.
Oops.
The bales got made into hexagons. Is like how they
so
stopped
then they
rolling.
settle them a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Look
it
at
had
these
flat
logs aren't
edges.
perfect cylinders. They have like weird edges too.
Yeah.
God, I hate these processors. Glitchy.
Actually, not running too bad for me.
Not anything.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I just meant this processor's glitchy. Like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
very unsmooth because the trees are too heavy for it. It's almost like it's not meant to do half the stuff. Like the bouncing. Like what the hell is that?
Oh, no fair. The deer can run right through the machine, and I have to go around. That's not fair.
Yeah, right.
And it just ran right through the. Oh, they're cheating.
Stress test. Test the deer too. Oh, I see the double cut thing still an issue. Glad that's not gone because everybody liked that.
Right?
Can't not have that. That's just it's a good feature. It's a sweet feature. Cut it high. I just love how it like bounces up and down in the frickin' thing because they didn't weight the machines enough for the logs. Can you imagine that happened in real life? Like it just bounced like that the whole time? Bloop, bloop, bloop.
We would be a lot more short on toilet paper.
Right? There'd be a lot more dead loggers out there, that's for sure.
That too.
All right. Must have more logs. Every single tree that we made, we have to cut. That's the test.
They just climbing across them.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm like, I just want to get to them, man. Don't matter how.
They got the wood.
I love my
Holy shit.
joysticks bouncing up and down. That's just like, woo! I'm not trying to be pretty about this. I'm just trying to get as many cut as possible to get as much physics abuse. Good God.
It's kind of a meter.
This isn't a Warta. Need my South Star back. It's hurting me.
We got 3 processors and 3 forwarders out here. Good lord.
Yep.
Is anybody using that other forwarder? Or the other...
Four.
I think there's enough for everybody now. If it's empty, take it.
It doesn't show names.
Oh,
yeah, no,
right.
hang on.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one.
Holy God. Yep, we're going for a ride.
This one is mine.
Everybody's ping still hanging in there? Or like logs aren't floating away and ghost logging or anything?
What are we doing? 5, 6s?
I'm just counting 6s, but you can do whatever you want, really. Oh, look!
Yeah,
Hey, that's cool. That's a neat feature. They cut the end of the log, and there's this big, pointy, sticky thing sticking out now. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, I took some screenshots of
My
that.
logs are levitating off of my trailer. Off of my forwarder.
What the frickin' hell?
I
Oh,
think
like
my cut
they're,
length
they're
got
floating now?
6.
Yeah, they was like just like floating and like they start sliding off the trail.
Oh, good. Well, it's because they're made out of like KY jelly or whatever.
It's when I have my cut length at 6, it just randomly cuts like 2-meter ones
Well,
and stuff.
yeah,
every once in a while.
that's lag doing that. That's what I was talking about. The double cut issue still there. We had that in 19.2. It wasn't quite that bad, but it was still definitely there.
Okay, I'm starting to get pretty bad lag now.
Okay.
Oh, that's why this is all screwed up.
Yeah, now mine's.
No, I had easy arm controls on.
Oh, there you go. That explains
Da,
it.
da, da.
Yeah, that's
So
bad.
many things to change when you're when you hop back in. I'm like, what is going on here?
Why is my machine falling over?
There we go.
Oh, that's good. My Komatsu is just not having a good day here.
Laying down on the job, you might fire it.
Yeah, you gotta test the water sometimes.
My game's smoothed up for some reason.
It's because my Komatsu's doing a 180 here. There we go. Perfect. Good landing. Nice. Good form. Good form. That's what it's all about right there. That's everything's on a component system with the bogies and stuff, and it's just, yeah. There's nothing solid about that. Just like a big jellyfish. Just.
Open with the farm sim 22.
Why is it falling over? What's
games.
going on here? Is there that much like weight problem here?
Oh
Pretty
god,
much. Everything does that. Now you see the struggle of everything.
Right. Granted, though, I mean we got quite a few trees down. It's still going. Like this is the most that we've ever had down, and still functional. I think.
For a base game, fresh out of the oven, yeah, doing pretty good.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Friendly fire. I was like, I didn't cut another tree. What is this doing here?
I swear the grapples are all full in here. Oh god! Oh god, no!
Oh Lord. Whoa. Uh-oh. It's pulling much. Sorry, bro. It's, I'm trying to feed it, but it's pulling my machine along. Man, I wish the rollers were strong enough on a frickin' processor head to pull the entire machine over. Like, that'd be sick. Can you imagine the grip it must have on that log to be able to do that? Like, that's impressive. I'm not even mad. Good lord.
Just get walked right in the
Ow!
Oh, there's a tree behind me there.
I'm filing for workers' comp.
You're gonna need it after this session, my god.
That's the second tree dropped on my machine.
Oh god.
And for once, I'm not the one who did it to myself.
It's not like we... Oh, Jesus. It's not like we can control where the tree's gonna land or anything. Because they just bounce up and down and go whatever the hell direction they feel like. I'm just gonna process from the side of the machine because I got better stability when it's laying on its side. That's what I've discovered.
I just aim the tree where I want it to fall and then pick up and swing at the same time, and it usually goes that way.
Eventually, this thing's gonna upright itself. Oh, completely upside down. There we go. Boom! It's like a kayak. You just gotta keep rolling, man. Beautiful.
Hey, you can't help the ground roll physics though.
Let's see here.
The top of the tree just ends up somewhere.
There's quite a few trees down, hey?
Yeah, I'm not lagging at all either.
Mine cleared
No.
it, man. After
I get
we quit
occasional
running
frame
together.
rate drops, but I mean, I'm
Let's-
sure that's just.
Let's try to move them all to like... Oh, wow, that made my frame rate drop like crazy when I unlocked this load.
Because they're now relative to the world again.
Well, when they're locked, they're still alive too. Oh, maybe because the machine was sitting. Let's see as it turns off.
Yeah. So the way their locking straps seem to be working though, I swear it's like they actually have it so the physics turns off when you lock it.
Yeah, they definitely don't. They're alive.
No.
I'm just looking at it right now.
At least with equipment, like when you put like in 19 when you put a
No,
a truck or a
something-
tractor.
Something happens when you lock it. It's less physics or something. Looks like it turns off some of the contact points.
Yeah. Because like when you lock something on the trailer, it just sits down and stays there, and then you unlock it, it does a little bounce. Like at least for equipment.
Weird.
Depth perception's actually a little bit better in this game too.
Yeah, I know. That's
Huh.
crazy.
Very interesting.
What have they done? They ruined the whole experience with depth perception.
Right? How dare they?
Yeah.
So did they
Oh,
enable VR in here as well or no?
No, unfortunately. I was kind of looking forward to that, but they were too busy working on the tree physics.
Ah, joke of the day.
Yeah, right. We put all our time and money into the tree physics, so we didn't have enough time to look at VR or, you know, better graphics or anything like that. Just
Sorry
one
for whoever
excavator.
asked.
I just wanted one excavator. That's it. That was my wish. This is as close as we get. The tracks on this guy as close as you get. I wonder if I can edit those.
They're really good looking tracks.
I know. I just wish they didn't have the riser at the back. Like if they were a flat. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can. I don't know if I can change the animation to make that work or not. I don't think I can. I'm gonna try. Like don't get me
You
wrong.
want to try this, Jordan?
What's that?
I said you want to play with the buffalo a little bit and unload?
Sure. Sure. Why not?
I didn't know if you wanted to or not.
Oh,
Just something
I'll
we'll
do a couple swings here just for the old S and G's. Oh, hey, where'd my claw go? Come back here, claw. Oh yeah, just ghost mode. So should we just skip this version of Farming Simulator and come back to like 2029 or whatever? It's kind of. We'll come back when it works. When it works proper.
Well, for now, I'm staying on 19 for the login.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Like, I don't know what's going on. This tree just flipped on top of my cab and did a whole U-turn.
What? No, they don't do that in this
Without a
game.
turn signal. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't even give you like a heads up, hey? That's a rude ass
Yeah.
tree.
Quit without a 2
Yes.
weeks notice. How dare it?
God, I hate when I hate their the frickin' delayed mesh physics. Like I like to see what I'm actually grabbing. I hate that there's that floatiness to the claws. Like You're grabbing invisible collisions, you're grabbing invisible everything, so you're not actually seeing what you're grabbing. We're just gonna need to bring ourselves in here an excavator there, boys. Proper claw. A proper claw. Yeah, I have no ETA on when machines are going to be out, though. That's going to take a bit with the new stuff. I'm kind of looking at an alternative method to getting them in there, but it ain't looking too positive at the moment. Not
When do you
quite
think an
yet.
ETA would be on a map?
That'll
like a
be
small
sooner.
map.
That I can definitely... Well, I'm going to be working on until I know I can get the... The thing is, like, I want to work on machines because I want to make sure I can make them work. I know now that the maps work. I have a test map, and I ran through it, and it works, and it's good. I just need to actually start building now. So I have no problem with the maps. So that's going to be an easy one. But the machines are a little bit more. I might have to go...
Were the maps difficult, or was it relatively simple?
Actually, Nick, Gamer Designs, he put together like a base map, which is just like a template, and then I just went in and reamed it out and changed sizes and added trees and did some other stuff to it. But yeah, no, it looks like it was pretty straightforward. But yeah, he saved me a lot of work of doing that, so that'll help for sure. And then I've just been looking at adding assets and playing with the physics and collisions and some of the textures and stuff, and it seems to work good. Just need to get some proper logging equipment so I can start doing testing and stuff. But there's some modes of the editor that are nice. Some work, some don't. Looks like there's lots of glitches and stuff. Here, you can have that back, SDS. Thanks. Yeah, I think it'll make map editing a little bit more fun. I also really like that they added first-person mode, so you can basically run around in first person on your map now, so you can kind of see your areas a bit better. The biggest pain in the ass on the last editor was sometimes your scaling of areas looked really weird, but it looked good in the editor when you're working on it. But then you go play and you're like, oh, this looks so weird when you're actually running around. So now you actually have the ability to turn on first-person mode and run around in your map while you're working on it. So you can, like, yeah, so you can see what it's going to be looking like from a ground level, which is a big deal. How's everybody's leg? Still hanging in?
Actually, not bad.
50 on this.
Strange.
I get the occasional drop, but it's not it's not bad at all.
I'll speak wonders for once we get processing and doing big piles and stuff, because that's quite a bit of wood.
Yeah, and it's not localized either. It's
No.
kind of.
And I'm gonna play with my graphics a little bit so it's not quite as cranked. Then when I'm hosting these, it'll actually be a little bit better performance for everybody. Like, my frames are pretty low at the moment. They're about 20 to 30. They can't jump up and down. But I mean, even that's more playable than the last game. On the last one, we had this many logs down. My frames were like 10 FPS, and you're like throwing up practically. So this is a lot more doable. But like I said, I want to get my equipment in here so that I can do some proper stress testing and, you know, cut down and make some huge processor piles and really press the limits. Of course, it'd be nice to have some trees that can stack better.
Oh, one of my piles got obliterated.
No, say it ain't so, Joe. Is there any trees at all that are straight? I don't think so.
Oh, I just got a bit of
On
ping there.
Ellengrat.
There's
Yeah,
some on that.
Ellengrat has pretty
Ellengrat
good
has
trees.
Straight ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're all the same though, aren't they? I'll go look.
Nope.
Ellengrad, is that the alpine one?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think I pulled the trees from that one on my test map, and I think they're the exact same ones from the other one. I'm pretty sure. I'll go
They're
look again.
the
spruce
weird
ones.
looking. Yeah, they look like spruce.
So these are the pine, and these are crooked as hell. I mean, part of the tree's okay, and then the rest of the tree's garbage.
Well, the only thing that I found with the alpine farming map, if you try to cut trees on there, a lot of them's too big at the base, and you have to cut them like 8 foot up on the tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Not
But
when I get my
they-
He needs the
processor.
botany. He
But
needs
they
the botany.
stack perfectly though. They're
Mhm.
actually not bad at all. Those would be good trees to put on a map. I feel like that would be a different change
Yeah.
if you get them to where you could actually cut them, because I mean they actually got pretty good physics. Like if you go in and look at them, they're actually not too bad.
Okay.
I just ran over a little piece of a top and it actually just launched it up over my machine.
I'm driving the truck, so let me know if it's glitching. I noticed driving the truck, my frames eat crap like really bad. Probably 'cause of-
The game is doing good so far.
Here, somebody else hop of the truck and drive it. Me as the host, it might not be affecting it, but somebody else driving it might be.
Oh, I'm locked on this. Tree's caught.
It would be fantastic if we can pick all this up and stack it in a high lag. That would be amazing.
You mean like properly? No.
Yeah.
We can't do that. Don't get thoughts in your head like that.
I'm sorry, that request has already been made.
Yeah. Please send additional requests. Also, how does it haul that wood? Decently? Like, can that truck actually pull that?
Well,
Kind
that
of.
was... Sorry, Al. Or whoever's in that buffalo.
And it's weird it doesn't show the names.
This thing is glitching out hardcore.
I gotta teach you how to fall wood.
Yeah. It's not a bunch
Hey,
of...
I was doing great until the machine tipped over.
Yeah, I know mine...
Oh yeah, here comes the excuses.
Hey.
Hey, when you're running one of these in real life, do you have to run it from the front? Is that like the waypoint? Like you can't run it from the side?
I watch a guy in
I'm
like
pretty sure I've seen him fall from like 360 almost.
yeah I've watched a guy like I don't even know where he's from, but it's like Scandinavian somewhere. He just has a GoPro in a Ponzi
Yeah,
Scorpion.
yeah, that's the guy I watch all the time too. Yeah. It's like
Actually,
some weird
I think I sent you the
Joe
link
Rogan-
to that. Yeah. I love watching that guy, but yeah, he.
Well, the
he
truck's
can pick
moving with a
trees
full
from
load of
everywhere.
wood, and you guys aren't noticing anything.
That might have been.
Oh, I didn't even
part of my
notice
issue.
where he's
See,
going.
that's good. That's why I didn't say anything, because I wanted to see. And I'm
Yeah,
not driving it.
push
Somebody, I think Victor's driving it.
Oh, there we go.
Can you imagine that we could have like 2 feller bunchers at once?
Yeah.
19 processor piles. Alright, well this is like slightly more promising.
Yeah. And this is a base game map too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not even optimized for cutting trees.
Oh look, see Giants isn't perfect either. Look, they're clipping in the boom. The boom goes through the backboard there.
They didn't think anybody was going to use these.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're like, why are we even putting this in there? I don't know. No, the mulcher, man. That's where it's at. This
I
is
love
the-
that mulcher.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, the mulcher is where it's at. Yeah, crazy, eh?
Well, the hardest thing is getting the tree to go the direction you want it to.
Yeah, well, this processor heads aren't really...
I get a grip on it 90% of the time, and then there's that one time where
Just don't go.
it falls on that freaking buffalo.
Hmm.
Well, that's